Hey everybody, I got this off of Thingiverse. It's a redcat front suspension arm, which looks just like this. But I took in Tinkercad and I kind of customized it because it's the same thing as a front suspension arm. Only difference is this piece right here. So I just kind of measured from here to here is about, I believe it said 5 and something eighths. So I just kind of guessed to where I wanted it to be and kind of copy how this looks a little bit, and just took the size and kind of guessed at it, and I think it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna try it out, print it out, 100% infill. Now this is stock on the Neptune 3, as you can see up there. The only things I did differently, I put a berm around it instead of like a little strip. I'm gonna try that out and see how that helps. The supports, it's got tree supports because I don't know anything else. Grid kind of thing, but cooling is stock. Travel, it's stock. I don't know if that needs to be off or on. I don't know. I don't really remember. Print speeds at 55. Was that 50? Then I turned it to 60. I'm like, maybe 60 is too slow, too quick, but actually I think 60 does just fine. But I'm going to turn it down to 55 to see how it does. Bed plate is about, it was a 60 Celsius, but I'm going to turn it down to 50 because I think it's warping the plastic where it ain't sticking. The adhesive ain't really sticking really good, so I'm going to try 50 again. 200 for the needle, which is totally fine, but I could always go up to 200 and let's say 210. That might be better. Grid is 100% infill, and then I got the grid pattern because I want this thing to be as tough as hell. So I'm gonna try it out. Don't know much about the shell, but I did get the top layer to a 2 because that was at the 0, so I made a 2. The quality is 0.3, which I don't know what that means. 35 minutes, because I think I already have one out there, but I don't because it's on my SD card. So the guy had it for, and then when he do it, it'd be like something like that, and then I think the grid would be better than the lines. I won't know until I print it out. So get back to you in a second. But I have used this machine a lot, and some reason inside here, I don't know what the fan needs to be replaced because it will grind at times. I'm like, what the heck? Let it warm up for a little bit, then go ahead and print it out, making sure there's no dust on it. So what I usually do is take a microfiber towel, which is usually right here, just kind of brush off the dust. And here is my new redcat body. I print this out thinking, it'd be kind of cool to do. I had to cut a lot of this out for the tire clearance. It may not, it looks funky on here because I thought this was made for a 1/10 scale. I think this is made for a little bit longer chassis one. I didn't know. So lesson learned, always measure your body, which now I can do a Suburban, which I'm thinking about doing. Because I took my brother's truck, his body is the same thing as mine, he's got the same truck, so I measured his body to the Suburban body, and I scaled it to that. And then later on I'm going to print it out each by each. But this thing I had to put together myself. This fender to this fender, to the door, to the rocker, to the cab part here, to the top, to the windshield, to the hood, the grill plate, and then the grill. Then the bed was pretty easy, but this was so thin and flimsy, so I had to make it a little bit thicker for the top plate. It's supposed to be a diamond plate, but I didn't finish it because it was too thick, because I made it a little bit thicker than what it should have been, and I think it's just fine where it's at. Roll bar is pretty cool, and then I could take it off one whole unit, so I had to screw it and glue it. As you can see, the adhesive, it almost like a got too hot, maybe. That's why it looks like that. I really don't know. It's so thin. But first time I ever breaking the rear trailing arm or A-arm or suspension arm. So I ordered one from Amazon. There's that noise I was talking about. So if anybody knows what that is, let me know, because I have to turn the machine off, turn it back on. I do not know why it started doing that. Give me a second here. So this is what I ordered. That came in last night. Rear lower suspension arms. It came off Amazon. They were like $5 and free shipping. And if I ordered it that same day, I get free shipping for like $6. So I got like around $6 for these. And as it turns out, it actually came with 2 front suspension arms in the bag. I already had 2 on hand, so I was like, that can't be right. I ripped the bag open. That was the fronts. And you can see clearly it says front. My phone just says focus. Like you got front, 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 and front. Because I bought spares. Now I have 4 extra spares. Or 2 extra spares now because they told me I can keep them. Don't have to worry about shipping back and they give me a full refund. Okay, no big deal. But I'm still stuck without that. And right now, so I'm going to do the next best thing. I'm going to try to 3D print it, see how well it does. If it works and it's strong enough, then I am keeping it. That's enough to chat on that. To find the body, just look up redcat and you'll find the body on Thingiverse. That's how you get that body. Just make sure you scale it to your truck. Make sure you got it the width you want it. And somehow, I don't know how, but I got this thing leveled and correctly with the tires. But somehow, I must have goofed. Tires clear over here, and it's over this tire a little bit. It's got more clearance on this tire than this tire. It's like, oh well, leave it. So that's what I did. I mean, it's nice plastic body. Don't worry, it's not done yet. I still gotta do some sanding, and after that, I'm going to cover the windshield up and then put like a fiberglass mesh in there and fiberglass this whole thing completely together. That way, it's bond and it's stronger than the super glue can do. And here's my new tires for the D12. Unfortunately, my rear body kit does not fit on these tires. They're a little bit thicker, taller, a little bit. So that kind of sucks. So I have to make my WPL body kit a little bit wider and pop them out a little bit more. Which sucks, but it is what it is. And I have to trim out a little bit of the inside here to sand it down with my Dremel tool with the sander. Just kind of scuff that all up so that way the tires can actually turn with clearance. And that's pretty much it. But I mean, they look sweet in here. Hopefully it would drift. I really don't know. These are pretty sticky. So we'll find out. I still got my screw in there. So we'll just find out how grippy these will be. And I have to make sure that they go the same direction as these do. But that's it for the update, and I'll talk to you guys later. And ladies too.